The purpose of this video is to guide you through how you can more easily and more readily link resources in your term at a glance, so your scope and sequence of activities, with the actual resources whilst embedding them all in Atlas. So there's no need to sort of move around through different types of resources or different areas such as OneDrive or Google Drives or even local hard drives. You can do it all through Atlas and you can link it all up so it's fairly easy to follow. So this short video is designed to show you how we do that. I'm going to demonstrate it using the Year 7 Science curriculum because that's one that we've actually set up ready to go for term 1 in 2022. So when I click on this first unit here, Introduction to Science, you'll see the stock standard stuff, unit description, etc. But the bit we're really focused on here is the resources that are in for this 1 week unit and how we can link them in our term at a glance so they're easy to find and easy to follow. So in the previous video where we talked about what's needed in terms of 2022 for Atlas, sort of ran through term at a glance and what the scope and sequence should be in terms of a logical sequence of activities for someone to follow. And that's what we've got set up here. So you'd start with a brainstorm of what students think that should say science is, play the Introduction to Science video from the Academy of Science, and after that it says that's resource 01. So down here, where we'd normally attach all our attachments, our resources, here it is 01, Australian Academy of Science Introduction. But the question is, how do I link it in there? Like if you've got a unit that runs for 4, 5, 6 weeks, you could have quite an extensive list of suggested activities and resources. So how do you link them so you don't have to search through this big long list at the bottom here? I know if you look at the maths Atlas curriculum maps, they have quite a long list of resources, different worksheets and things that they use. So there can be, 20 of these links. They're not really directly linked to what's in the term at a glance. Is that easy to follow, easy to find? Maybe or maybe not. That's up to the maths people to decide if they're happy with how to use it. But what I'd recommend is linking them next to the actual activity that they're used for. So how can we do that? So here, this is a hyperlink. You can see as I click on it, when I click on that, that will open the Academy of Science video. So I'll just click on that. It'll load a YouTube video because that's what the first link is. And that'll start to play. All right, so that gives you the idea that it is linked and it's easy to follow. You'll see same sort of thing, PowerPoint provided for possible use and adaptation. If I click on resource 2, it will open up. It's downloading my PowerPoint there. And there's the PowerPoint that people can download, use as is, modify to suit their teaching style or their student cohort, or just get ideas from and make their own resources from. But whichever way, it's there for people to use to help get them set up so they can hit the ground running, not starting from scratch completely. But again, you want it linked next to where it's talked about. So how do we do that? So what I'm going to do is show you, I'm going to link the video that's embedded here by highlighting just the Australian Academy of Science. So first I need to click in the term at a glance so it lets me edit it. So I've done that. Highlight Australian Academy of Science because that's the bit I want to link it to. Go down to my attachment. So find the attachment that's appropriate, right click, copy link address, and then up the top here, this is my link icon. So if I click on link, insert link, it says, the text says Australian Academy of Science, that's what I've highlighted, and I can just paste my link in and insert. Now, that is now hyperlinked, that's the Australian Academy of Science. Let's say I want to attach a PowerPoint or something that I've uploaded to Atlas. So it's there, it's part of the Atlas cloud, if you like. It's being stored in Atlas, not anywhere else, making it easy for people to access and find a one-stop shop. But I want to re-add the PowerPoint. So I'm just going to type the word PowerPoint in here because this is only going to be temporary anyway. It's just for the purposes of this video. Again, same thing. I'll just highlight my PowerPoint, right click on the link that I want to take, copy the link address, click on link, insert link, and then paste. Now, when I click somewhere else so that it saves all that, it's now a hyperlink. So I can, again, click on my Academy of Science. Again, it's just going to open the same video because it's the same link. There it is. And that's linked and ready to go. But let's just say I don't want that linked anymore. I want to now unlink that, which is what I want to do. I want to turn this term at a glance back into what it was before. Again, I just click in there so I can edit it. If I just click on the link here, now I've got the choice to edit it, so I can change the website or the link that it links to, or I can just unlink. Gone. And for this one, I'm just going to delete it because that wasn't there originally, so I'm just going to delete it. Now it's gone. Click somewhere else so it saves. Done. back and updated. But what you'll see is, for example, in the next one, which is a lab safety unit, runs for a couple of weeks. Again, when I scroll down, here's the PowerPoint, resource one, create a safety poster, Bunsen burner license. Here's the checklist and license document. Here's a Bunsen burner use PowerPoint resource. So there's a couple of resources linked to that one activity using Bunsen burners. Conduct a prac to explore which of the 3 Bunsen flames boils water. The scientific report template for this is resource 3. I can click it there, or it's down here as resource 3. So it walks you through in a logical sequence of activities that we want to do, and it directly links the resources next to the activity that's being spoken about. Because there are 3 teachers teaching Year 7 science, they can all take their own approach. They can utilize these resources. They can update them to make them reflect the way they like to teach or what they would like to do. But the overall goal is still this success criteria. All 3 teachers should be aiming to guide students towards being able to explain what they can do to be safe in the laboratory and communicate it effectively with other scientists. In other words, they're going to make a scientific poster to communicate that information. But all 3 teachers should be aiming to achieve the same outcome. Now, one of them might do a PowerPoint poster. One might get them to use Publisher. One might just use texters and paper. But the point is that the goals are set as being the same across all 3 classes. So you can also bounce ideas off one another, share resources. And if you create a new resource, go in here, edit the term at a glance. It's a living document, upload it and add it. And hopefully this video has shown you how you can do that. So I hope this was of some help and helped guide you through how we can get the most out of Atlas and really use it as that one-stop shop to not just document curriculum, but keep all of our resources so that older staff, existing staff, new staff, brand new to the school, people changing or teaching in a different area, have a ready reference, ready to go, ready to hit the ground running, and ensure that we do the best possible thing that we can by our students, which after all is what we're all about. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, if there's any questions or if I can offer any support, please don't hesitate to let me know.